And something that Joe Burrow has struggled to read throughout his career has been Browns defense. I mean, the Browns have, as a transition into this game, I know that Mike's going to have a little bit of a diatribe to probably go on here, but yeah, it's Joe Burrow going to Cleveland. Well, this game's in Cleveland, right? That he's going to be facing, that Joe Burrow's going to Cleveland to face, what has been his nemesis, what has been one of the only teams that he really has had a hard time beating for whatever reason. Mike, what is it about this Browns defense that has given Joe Burrow so much trouble? And do we think that the Bengals are going to be able to get over the hump against your Browns? I want your unbiased opinion.
I mean, what's given them the problems in the past is, the tandem of lockdown secondary and pretty menacing pass rush. But, right now, it's you try and be optimistic. You try and see, where the silver lining is for the Browns here. What I will say about them, I mean, if we just look on the offensive staff, I mean, we brought in Ken Dorsey, Deuce Staley as a running backs coach. I mean, I think there's two. I hate to say tone-setting coaches to go along with Kevin Stefanski, who runs the ship, but I mean they are. I like it. The coaching staff changes are going to make a difference on the offensive side of the ball. What's going to happen though is what worries me is the offensive line. And then when it comes to Joe Flacco, and what happens with Flacco is he does find a favorite receiver, and what he now has is David Njoku. What he now has is Jerry Jeudy, and that's going to be his Amari Cooper of what he was able to do with last year. Jerome Ford is going to be a solid back. I'm very curious to see how how it's going to play out with Dylan Sampson in the backfield as well. But
what's the update on
Quinshon just got signed.
Yeah, Quinshon Judkins did just get signed. We just signed him. There's no suspension that is coming down from the NFL. So I think it's going to be a very interesting backfield to play with. I think it's a very big anyone who says Kevin Stefanski is on the hot seat this year, because the problem has not started with Kevin Stefanski. The guy is already dealing with Deshaun Watson, who may be able to come back mid-season this year, and honestly may have to get.
Sounds more like a threat than a promise.
Right,
getting Deshaun Watson back.
He may have to get thrown in there, mid-season this year. So, but the thing is, he does have, Jerry Jeudy there as a wide receiver, who I think could become his Amari Cooper, who I think could become Joe Flacco's Amari Cooper, to where you're looking for your playmaker. You are going to have the ball in your hand about 35 times during the game because that's how it's going to play out. I really think that with the injuries that we've had to the secondary, we're going to have to throw the ball a lot to be in these games. That's where Joe Flacco thrives. That's also where Joe Flacco kills you. Right here, going up against the Bengals defense, Lou Anarumo is out of there. I don't think they have the talent on that side of the ball. I like the Browns week one, honestly. I think they're going to win it outright, and I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. Oh, you shocked by that one? No.
Well, I don't think that Zach Taylor's going to like to hear it, because I think that immediately he gets on the hot seat if the Browns win this game. If the Bengals drop this game, then Zach Taylor is going to be counting his days.
It wouldn't be out of the realms of possibility. They did lose to the Patriots in week one last year. So, I mean, it's not out of the realms of possibility. I don't see it happening. I just don't. I like what the Browns have on defense, but again, the Bengals are one of those teams. I mentioned it with one of the earlier games, the Giants. Like, I think that the Bengals are going to have to come out moving a little bit differently to start the season. Since even that year they made the Super Bowl, they kind of got off to a slow start. I think that they're going to be a little bit more focused coming out this year. And look, this offense, we know what we're going to get from them. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Burrow. I like Chase Brown a lot. They're going to score. A lot of their bugaboos, their defense. But look, defense in the NFL year to year is not a sticky stat. I think I mentioned that on this podcast before, that typically year over year, there's some teams that kind of hang around the top, but largely it kind of all regresses to the mean when it comes to defense. I don't know if they'll be as bad as people think. I'm not going to sit here and say they're going to be a good unit at all, but I just don't see the Browns taking advantage of this matchup and what I think will be a focused Bengals team. The spread is what it is. I'm probably not going to lay it with the Bengals. There's certainly an offense that can get you margin, but I do think they win this football game, probably by a touchdown. But yeah, I just don't see it for the Browns. I don't think that this is I don't think they come out winning against a divisional opponent. If they're playing a team like Miami or the Colts or even the Raiders or somebody else, I could see an argument, but I think the Bengals are going to come with a different type of focus to start the year this year.
Yeah, focus. I mean, you're talking about bringing in Mason Graham onto the defensive line, and you're going to be having a healthy Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Shouldn't have said anything. Should just chalk up to the Browns winning.
You really, really shouldn't have. But no, what I think it is understated what Mason Graham is going to mean to what the Browns defense is as a whole. I mean, an interior defensive presence is going to make a difference. And what kind of, especially with the injuries that we had on the defensive line last year. I mean, Myles Garrett even had his shoulder messed up for a good amount of the year, played through it. But I mean, what Jim Schwartz's defense is based off of is aggressiveness, is forcing the turnovers by making a quarterback uncomfortable. And I think that's what you have here. I'm not saying they're going to win anything crazy. I'm saying the one place where it is going to happen, where they could become a 5-win, 4-win team, is going to be off starting from the inside out with the interior defensive line, and then you throw in Myles Garrett. I mean, honestly, I think they may have earned unexpected wins last year because of their interior defensive line play. And I would like to point out, because, Turtle's going to be very quickly writing off the Browns as nothing. I think Quinshon Judkins is going to run for over 800 yards this year, just behind the offensive line. And just with how Kevin Stefanski knows how to call plays, he knows he's not going to win the game by having Joe Flacco or Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders especially going out there and throwing the ball 30 times. It's going to be a team that has historically won the game on the ground and have shored up their offensive line. I mean, it remains to be seen, but you didn't bring in Jerry Jeudy with Joe Flacco for no reason. You don't have a top 5 tight end for no reason. Just tamper down the hate. We're not a hateful podcast.
It's not hateful to say that the Browns are going to be one of the worst teams in football this year, Mike.
I'm sitting here laughing. I'm not trying to laugh at him, Mike. It's just, I don't know, bordering delusion, I guess. I respect your team.
You throw out bold predictions. You're called a fantasy guy. Like,
where did you guys see Judkins got signed? I just perused Twitter and Googled it. No, I didn't see it. Did that happen live on our pod?
I read that.
Did you get sent out?
I read that today. They were in agreement. Did I read that wrong?
They are in agreement.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot closer than we expect, but this is just a week 1 thing for Cleveland. I think the next 5 weeks are going to be extremely difficult for them to win any games, but I do think this is the game that they can definitely steal if given the opportunity. I'm still not convinced about the Bengals offensive line. We'll see a full year of Amarius Mims and hopefully Orlando Brown Jr. Hopefully he stays healthy. But that interior offensive line, to me, is one of the worst interior offensive lines in the league. And I still think Malik Collins is a good football player. We'll see how impactful Mason Graham is right away. I don't know if Michael Hall is going to play, but if they do have any success, the Cleveland Browns, it'll start up front with that interior defensive line. Huge fan of Carson Schlesinger. I think I don't know if you could say offensive or defensive rookie of the year for him, but he'd definitely be in the conversation, I think, just with the amount of tackles he's going to get this year. I think he's going to be all over the field. And that Cincinnati Bengals defense is atrocious. I really do think some of the best college offenses could probably score on that defense. It's that bad. So I'm going to smash the over on this game. I do think the Cleveland Browns could steal it. But yeah, I'd be shocked if they had anything more than maybe 5-6 wins.
Me too.
I don't know. I just think there's so much more talent on this Bengals team, even if it's concentrated on the offensive side of the ball, and with the pressure that's going to be on.
How you going to stop Miles?
Can we go? Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you, but can we go back to the April podcast when Mike and Christian were on here saying the Browns are going to win 8 or 9 games, and now we taper that down to 4 or 5? Just want to point that out.
They didn't figure out the quarterback situation. Didn't figure out anything.
We're in the beginning stage.
Figured out.
They
figured out what 5 guys they want to decide between.
You objectively punted on this year when you traded out to get next year's first.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's the difference, is that they got the guy that everyone thought they were going to pick at number 2. They ended up getting him in the 5th round. That's what all of a sudden makes it that they can't They can't win 8 or 9 games now.
They lost their starting corner.
And I mean, you're very quick to.
Fuck that. They're gonna beat them. I'm taking them. They're gonna beat the Bengals, and you're gonna have to eat crow.
Eat crow. All right. I'm
gonna be one of their 5 wins.
I'm also saying. Look. Let's take it back. We'll go back into the past. 2023, when Joe Flacco was playing.
How did I know that Mike was
Jerron Christian, James Hudson were getting legitimate offensive snaps every start for the offensive line? Tell me Joe Flacco hasn't done it with less. He's done it with less.
Joe Flacco's over 40 years old.
Yeah? Well, you're going to be over 40 soon.
Well, that's not – I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Now we're getting personal. Going from a guy who's older than me, but he's a full 2 months older than me. But I digress. Yeah, it's going to be too hard to pick against the talent that the Bengals have on offense. As I was saying, the amount of pressure that's going to be on Zach Taylor and just the Bengals organization in this game, it feels like it's going to be a referendum. And I think something that it depends on how you view it, but the Bengals starters played the most of anybody in the preseason, which has been kind of breaking the trend of other teams. So they're going to be a little more prepared this year, dare I say, to start the season fast. Yeah, sure, but they're still going to have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins on the outside. I like Noah Fant as a tight end as well.
Nosebleed, though.
Listen, this defense is
they're gonna. If there's a nosebleed that they could stop, it's going to be the Joe Flacco-led Browns offense. I think.
Do you want me to give you a line that I think everyone on this pod will take 100%? Chase Brown under 67.5 yards. Book it. Cook.
If they get ahead in the game, I mean, if they get ahead,
I'm saying stop.
Salting the game away.
I'm saying stopped. Force Joe Burrow to beat us, and then
You're saying force Joe Burrow. You're treating Joe Burrow like he's Joe Flacco.
Right.
Let's force Joe Burrow to beat us. Okay, fine. I bet the Bengals would love that. Oh yeah, let's get it man-to-man coverage on the outside. Let's make that bum Joe Burrow beat us. Yeah, good game plan, Mike.
Force Joe Burrow to play quarterback.
He's gonna get sacked 4 times. I guarantee it.
He can get sacked 8 times. They're still winning this football game.
Ooh.
They almost won a Super Bowl with him having no offensive line. If
I cannot.
as long as we're like back in
It
time,
wasn't this bad.
go back when
It wasn't this bad.
were.
I
Okay.
love
Yeah, I mean, I'll eat whatever you guys want me to eat next week if the Bengals lose this football game. Yeah, it could be a cayenne ghost pepper, whatever the hell you want.
Hey,
All right.
we got the red lights on. They're recording. I'm not making that bet. That's Turtle.
I'll eat a cayenne ghost pepper if the Bengals lose this football game on the pod next week. We do it at the end though, so I'm not like.
You're gonna get a thumbnail.
I think that every guy on this pod should have to have a cayenne ghost pepper pick that they make, where they say it's like our own version of Survivor that we'll play, where every week we'll have a cayenne ghost pepper that we have to make, or maybe we have to make at least 5 or 6 throughout the season, or something like that. But I like where this idea is headed.
Yeah,
No, if I am gonna give a legitimate pick, I do love the over in this game. I think they are going to be points put up on the offensive side of the ball by the Browns. I think also spamming Jerry Jeudy for his over, which is right now at 37.5, is going to be great. I think Joe Flacco knows who the guys he needs to get the football to. You saw it when he had Amari Cooper out there. You saw it when he had David Njoku out there. He knows where the ball needs to go. He knows when to get it out. Now, does he always get it out at the time? No. But he does know where the ball needs to go. And I think the playmakers are actually going to make this a very exciting game. I like the over in this as well.
See that one.
That I won't dispute.
Yeah.
If I'm betting against the Bengals defense, that feels a little bit safer. I don't know if I'll put a ghost pepper pick on it, but
I'll put a go. If the Browns win 30-29, ghost pepper on the pod. We're doing it. 30-29.
Obscure exact scores. Has there ever been a 33-29 NFL game?
No, 30-29. 30-29.
Oh, 30-29. Okay.
You can bet exact scores.
Oh, right.
You hammer it. Mike eats a ghost pepper. 30-29.
Why would you eat a ghost pepper though if you get that right? I guess I don't know. I'm the one on the line with the ghost.
Why
pepper
are you arguing with him about it? If that happens,
sure, I guess.
You're both
Bengals win 30.
It's a twin ghost pepper.
Yeah,
right.
The Browns win 30-29.
You're acting like I don't got 2 jugs of milk in the fridge. I'm a milk guy. You remember that?
It's disturbing. I don't
know if that's going to save you. I don't know if that's going to save you.
I don't want to know about the quantities of milk you own for whatever reason.